Hello everyone, SmokeFX is in touch, and today in this video I will demonstrate to you all and prove that you can start make money in trading. That is, trading is available to everyone, and today in this video I will consistently use honestly, technical analysis, volumetric analysis, candlestick analysis, and thanks to this we can start everything. To make money in trading from A to Z, I will explain it to you in as much detail as possible. That is, in essence, this is training in trading from A. Before I at the same time I will comment on everything and just try, then you don't make money in trading you in trading. In general, it sounds beautiful at the beginning of this video, back to bottom, pile here like chick owls, that is, thumbs up all. Put it and we will get started with you at the beginning of the video. I say that now we have special conditions for beginners too. To join a closed community, follow the first link in the description under this video. Here it is, SmokeFX chatbot, and through it come join my team and you will get a huge amount of all sorts of goodies. In short, what will these lead to? Buns. So let's watch the Eurocat. Everything seems great and start analyzing the general downward movement. I think that everyone agrees with this. They won't start a debate. Down, everything goes down, everything goes down. Let's see where it's potentially. The price can pretty well. For example, this is the first stop, she has already come to her, compensation is happening. But below there is also a stop, and even below there is also a stop. Well, let's look at all this from the other side where now I have the price. It is in a relatively moderate zone of liquidity strength. Look, but at the same time, the general background is directed downward, that is, downwards, so here there was a downward movement, see 1 2 3 3 candles on decline, and the volume for the decline grew. That is, in principle, it reinforces the downward movement, but this volume was not enough. Therefore, there is an upward movement, that is, compensation after an upward pullback, considering what we had here. Local stops like this one, for example, a little higher up we had it. Yes, and it's located. There was also a stop here. Practically there is a difference of a couple of points. We are considering the entrance and will go down to the side, so we look at the excellent price. The Eurocat has not yet flown far away. 4 minutes entry into the fall. The deal is open now. Let's go into more detail. Let's not just in more detail. Yes, let's point by point. The first general movement of the price to fall. This is point number 1. That is, a factor that indicates that there will be a downward movement. Okay, coming next, let's celebrate this one with you. Stopped, and we will make sure that, in principle, both the general movement and the movement potential are also directed downward, that is, it is under. Number 2. Further right now our price is in the zone of interest for sale. This is number 3. Further. Let's look at the volume. The volumes are down. This is a movement of 3 candles, the volumes grew, that is, the volumes did not. They fell, they didn't show us their weakness, on the contrary, they showed their strength. Well, it just appeared at a minimum. Stronger volume to buy. Okay, volumes at number 4, so now we have areas from which we can go down. We have a lot of stops, but at the same time they made their way, that is, it's more like plus or minus, yes, that is, plus and minus at the same time, that is, there are areas, how they will work out like iron areas. And immediately a downward movement or a complex breakout. You and I will see this right now, but at least 4 points. We and you've already been counted. Let's increase and look for more points with you, so move down. Y. There is a local area, generally super mega local, and here the movement is also downward, that is, some kind of micro potential. Present. This stop had a certain weight since it restrained. Look, 1 2 3 4 5 6 by. The result of breaking through but held back by 6 candles is 30 minutes for a second approach. There was a small reaction already, therefore this is generally normal for us. But let's make sure that this is the area, this is the area. Accumulation of volumes of vols chicks means our entry to the downward side is taking place correctly. We are entering along general movement we enter, we can mark it here by the potential of movement. We know that here we have a maximum, from which there is also a micro-macro movement down AAA, but at the same time we understand that there is a minimum volume, but this is for the future, just so that everyone is in the know. Yes, normal things are happening here. Movement, but as I told you initially, here is the entry for a decline. Well, of course, you need to monitor the volumes of downward movement. Volumes grew red and eventually closed yes. Through pain they were able to go down and test this low. Here at a minimum there's not a damn amount of volume, so in principle we can go down with you as I already said now, but then when the price comes here you need to look again at the volumes, and if you need to work out the entry to increase, this is if you are a fan of staying on one currency pair. And as we say in men's circles, he kicks well, make repeated entries. I think you understand what I mean, but you never know. Guys, I need to explain to you. I don't have some erotic content here, yes, that's why let's have 10 seconds until completion. The entry down is not from the very maximum, but in principle it suits me completely and completely, plus a good analysis. A good entrance from all sides showed you in a human way, not a cook, how it all happens here. That's right, we are with you. People are simple in simple language and I explain. I think that everyone would be able to mark all these areas, draw arrows and understand that there is an area of interest for sales and potentially we can get here, given that the volume increases when moving down. Even though it was difficult, I hope it was tops, or I hope it was top. Let's move on. Well, Euro USD no, let's give something GBP CHF yes, somewhere it is located here. I think GBP CHF yes, it is present. Listen, here we have it. So well, first of all they see it correctly, everyone sees. Here an incredible number of volume accumulations are simply anomalous, some kind of prim, and they have reached the maximum, yes, to the maximum, which is located just above the general upward movement. We are in the zone of interest for selling here. It is just beginning to form without a movement, that is, movement here in our. In principle, it can happen. In principle, let's see, the movement down is good, there was an attempt to go up, the volume is supplied well, only perhaps from a maximum to a decrease. Well, let's try, we won't lose anything, we'll only gain experience. Look here, we have liquidity, that is, buying and selling is already a setup. As they say, the strength is a little zone of interest in selling, but it is falling, that is, we can go down very sluggishly, but we don't have a huge desire to buy here either. Our volumes are even when moving down, the color is just light because the candle opened like a candle. Uncertainty, that is, a downward movement. It is so weak, but the movement is on. Promotion, well guys, movement for promotion, let's increase it again, just know that it's confusing here. I'm confused that this attempt to get promoted just got stuck. Incredibly, yes, at a certain maximum, and from this maximum, as a result, a rollback of an upward movement. 100 and more than 100 from this movement is a downward movement, thereby 115,110, that is me at this moment. It's a little confusing, that is, well, yes, you can dive there and try to dive a little higher, but there's still this exact one sitting here. Volumetric exchange, which can directly drive very confidently, taking into account that the volumes plus or minus one size plus or minus. This is an interesting point, so I can even remove this arrow and mark it here. This is the kind of revolution that happened on our chart, that is, I'm going down. Despite the fact that here I have the maximum and here on the body I note here everywhere there is volume on decrease. This volume is very dense. equal to these, that is, everywhere here at the maximum. Our volume is down, therefore the types here we are considering for an increase only. In terms of potential we cannot considering even the fact that our entire zone is a zone of interest in sale. If you jump higher and try to get here again, well, maybe jump, well, they'll give you a jump. He'll go back 58 guys, but in my opinion it was 90 here, no, or did I just put it so coolly? Attention, okay, I understood after the fact, I'll look it up. It seemed to me that I chose a currency pair with a percentage of 91 or something. In this range, no, well, it turns out that no, great, I always wanted to work 58, great, well, okay. It will add to your experience and we will be able to choose currency pairs in more detail, so that there won't be such things in the end. Situations in short, you understand, so let's not be distracted from the essence. Look, I'm at the opening point, that is, a hard movement.
Hey, yeah, boy.